How you doing? Hope you're well. Today we're going to make mac and cheese, but we've got chicken mac and cheese and it's delicious. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. Okay, so we're going to start off by preparing our chicken. So the chicken I'm using is chicken breast, no skin, no bone. There's 3 cups there, or 2 kind of decent size breasts, and I've cut it really quite small to kind of match the macaroni really. Next to that I've got 1 cup of onion. Below there we've got 2 teaspoons of oregano dried and 1 tablespoon of garlic. So this step is really quite simple. In there I've got a couple of tablespoons of oil. I'm using a olive oil. You can use a different oil if you want. We're on slightly above a medium heat and it's all going to go in now. So we're going to go 1 cup of onion, tablespoon of chopped garlic, couple of teaspoons of oregano, and you can change that again if you want, you know, no problem, to something else. We're going to add some salt. We're going to add some black pepper, and then we're going to add the chopped cut chicken, and you can see it's all quite sort of small, so keep it moving, and we're going to go for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, off goes the heat. That's looking fantastic. Now it'll cook really quickly because it's nice and small. You can see tiny little pieces that we've cut. Right, we're going to set that aside and let's have a little chat about our mac. So here's my macaroni. So dried, that was 400 grams. So I don't know what that weighs now, but quite a lot more once it's got the water in. So get that done again, set that aside. So chicken done, macaroni done, and if you want you could use a different type of pasta. You could use a penne or something, not have to use mac. Next we're going to make a nice cream white sauce. Okay, let's take a look at this for the cheese sauce we're going to make. So I've got a pint of milk there. I'm using a full fat milk. You could use a different type if you want, and we might adjust that a little bit, you'll see as we go along. Half a cup of parmesan, 1 cup of cheddar. I'm using a nice mature strong cheddar. 3 tablespoons of flour, that's a wheat flour, all-purpose plain flour. 3 tablespoons of butter. Now my butter is salted, so you can use salted or unsalted. This is salted. Here I've got half a teaspoon of black pepper and half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Now I'm not going to be adding any salt because of the butter and the cheese I find quite salty. You can adjust that. So job 1 is we're going to melt the butter down, and we're on a below medium heat. We don't want to be doing any of this on any high temperatures at all. Now I'm doing it back in this pan just so that you can see it, you know, like visually it's a bit better. But yeah, you're going to need a pan or a little saucepan or something like that. Let me melt this, I'll be back. So that's just melting down now. Next up we're going to add the flour. And what we're going to do is we're going to stir and stir and stir with a wooden spoon. We're going to cook this flour till we get a kind of biscuit or shortbread flavour from it. It's probably going to take about 3 minutes or so. Don't have the flame up too high, you'll burn it. It might change colour a little bit, and you can actually taste it. You can get in there and taste it, and it will not taste like, if I taste it now it's going to be like flour. In about 3 minutes I'm going to go biscuit. Keep it moving. Okay, beautiful. It's changed colour slightly. Now we're going to get our milk. Like I said, we're going to start off with a pint here, and I'm going to get about half a pint in now and just see how it reacts. We might add more, we're just going to see. So as the heat goes through the milk and the flour, it will start to thicken. Let me just show you that happen. You can see it happening there. See that? Almost gone to a solid. Okay, let's now add in the other half. Let's add in the nutmeg and the black pepper, and if you want salt, but do that later, check that later. Let's mix this in. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. We might add a little bit more, milk. Let's see. And by the way, if you keep stirring it and stirring it like this, the lumps are going to go away. Okay, now that consistency is good for me. But if you don't want it that thick, pop a little bit more milk in there. Let's get our half cup of Parmesan in there, grated, and the cheddar. Like I said, I'm using a nice mature cheddar. And again, let's cook this now for about another 3 or 4 minutes, stirring and stirring. The cheese will melt, the lumps will go away, and we're going to have ourselves a nice thick, beautiful cheese sauce for our mac. Really fabulous. Okay, off goes the heat. Let's grab our chicken and get that in, and any juices that come with that. Give that a mix in. Wow, really good. Okay, and then we're going to add our mac. We're going to get that in there and then give that a mix, and it's done. All stuck together at the moment. I'm going to have to break that up. Mix that in. Job done. We're ready for the oven. Couple more steps and then this beauty will be ready. Okay, so before we start chatting about this, get your oven on. Now, for me, I just need my oven on full blast, maximum heat, everything's cooked, we're just bringing it together. So yeah, high heat. I'm using metal, you can use glass, you can use ceramic, as long as it can go in the oven, that's up to you. Now, a few little bits that I like to do here. First of all, I've got some chopped tomato, fresh tomato that I've chopped up, that I like just to sprinkle around there. So like a cup of tomatoes for this. Then I've got some more of that cheddar. A nice mature strong cheddar, you can use anything you want really. We're going to put about half of that on now. Then I've got some breadcrumbs. We've got about a cup here. I'm going to sprinkle on a nice thin layer. Then again the cheese. And then some more breadcrumbs. And some people put a really big thick layer of breadcrumbs on. I don't like it too thick. But a cup for this amount, and a cup of cheese mixed with those tomatoes, and right here I've got some lovely paprika. This is a really beautiful paprika. I actually bought this when I was in India. It really is pungent and beautiful. Just putting that on as a little kind of signature there. And it's quite hot, this one, but it really does smell good. Okay, look, that's going to go in the oven about 10 minutes, 9 or 10 minutes. I'll see you when it comes out. Okay, and there you go. That was in my oven about 10 minutes. That is beautiful. Nice kind of crispy top there. Those tomatoes kind of act as a little kind of juicer. The mac, the sauce, the chicken are going to be super moist underneath there. I hope you enjoy that. Please do subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up, press the bell, leave a comment, and any other things you're meant to do. See you soon. Lots of love.